Welcome to this meditation, channeled by Sananda Kumara. Please find a comfortable position with your back straight. Close your eyes and connect with your body. Before we begin, we advise you to set an intention from your heart for this experience. Repeat with me, mentally or if possible out loud. I allow myself to be open to love. I allow myself to be in the present moment. I allow myself to connect with my body. I allow my energy to flow freely. I am here and now. Take 3 deep breaths and get ready. The channeled meditation is about to begin. I wish you a beautiful journey.
Every messenger of the divine that is ready to receive and communicate the language of love, of understanding, of clarity, will be able to receive the message of the divine to the form and temple and transport this information around them. As a divine child is blessed in this reality, a blessing that was chosen before you incarnating in this body, in this form, in this temple, to serve the divine in a most beautiful way. The old-fashioned way of thinking and believing and creating in this reality is outside of divine will, and others as do not understand and comprehend causality and effect in their behavior and action. You receive many information already about the language of light and the transcoding of information through language and how its interpretation can change your perceived reality. The transcoding is a transformation of your pure consciousness to a language that translates reality with thought forms and structure your creation to many interconnections of thought forms, logics, that by itself, by any form of language, can mobilize or not the energy in the field. As language can only arise from consciousness, and consciousness, when it's mobilized in a certain way, will be reflected in the material realm, the omega, the feminine. So the energetic field, the other spectrum of I am in this illusion of separation of reality, will be mobilized by that language that is going to reach out through consciousness and connection to give it form and shape. If the language that is giving a structure to the consciousness believes that you need movement outside to make things happen, it will induct a civilization that is focused on moving things outside through constructs, creations. They will not understand that it is unnecessary. But all their thought forms, their belief system, and the way they act and interact with the formed realm of I am is through these per se constructs, as they believe the constructs are necessary for them to interact with reality, and can be such a profound hypnosis that it is inconceivable that you can travel through the stars and flow through space and time without any form of apparatum or construct. It's beyond their imagining that you can change the shape of a mountain or remove the ground or elevate the sea through your will and mind, because their language is inducting the perception of reality from this structure of thought. And these ideas preconceived can change how you can empower yourself, and your belief system will be derivated from this sometimes underlying perceptions of reality. And the description of anything that goes beyond the normality comes with the label of extraordinary, and by itself inducting the belief that is not something for everyone to achieve. That is something beyond the reach, unimaginable. Nobody in your reality thinks that's unimaginable, someone to take a piece of clay from the ground and with their hands form a shape. Everybody can do that. But for you, it's unconceivable the idea that someone with their mind can create in the thin air a new structure, or can modulate the clay to a new form and shape with your mind, with your creation inside. It's unconceivable for them, because this is extraordinary. So it creates this very strong barrier, these handcuffs of creation, and that puts a huge limitation in your capacity to mobilize creation and manifest realities. Because from that structure of thought, you always will be limited strongly in your abilities and capacities. Because it's only through that ingenuity of constructs. And again, we're nothing against constructs. It can be a lot of fun and enhance your perceivance of reality. But also it is a joke when you understand that you cannot do it in any other fashion or way. Because even the constructs you can conceive with the clarity of an unlimited mind. Unlimited mind don't need machines to give shape to constructs. Don't need minds to take the matter out of the ground. Don't need to disrupt nature to find its elements. You can do a calling from the heart and emanate to call upon all the atoms to come closer to you to form a new shape. It may be beyond your imagining right now, listen to this. But it's just because you were indoctrinated to think that that is your limitation. Even me telling you this, a part of you may say, yes, it seems real for me. Yes, what you're saying, I can sense it, there is a truth behind it. But you put this as something that is far away from you. It's not inside of you as something that is absolutely alive. Because if it was, then immediately you would be able to conjure from that state of consciousness any creation. And it's weird to think, but your own language, that is a language of the construction, as we said many times, brings with you conflict into creation. And by itself, there is a safe mechanism to prevent such creators to express the full power of mobilizing the materiality. So they may not use this to self-destruct and to interfere in the beauty of creation. And even those that can grow through the constructs can receive interventions from the divine if their creation starts to be a menace for the rest of this amazing thing called reality. And the intervention will happen. And anything that is beyond the beauty, the harmony, and can interfere with the free will of the universe and creation itself will receive the intervention of the divine. And all of these conceiving or misconceivings is in your language. So every divine avatar and creator, every flower of consciousness that is awakening in this planet right now, that is being elevated and integrated in I Am, will start to understand and to conceive that a new form of thinking and language is absolutely necessary. You are in the forefront of this movement. You are the way openers, the light bringers, the ones that I am chose to bring into form more of this information at this moment. And by doing so, He's creating also the opportunity for you to play with this opportunity and enjoy, as everything can be changed and reshaped through the glorious form of I Am inhabiting your temples. That being said, it means that you can enjoy the co-creation process. Instead of just receiving something that is absolutely ready, that in the future many will just receive it, you can co-create it. The manners that is a language of co-creation, that it is not based on harmony, is the result of universes and realities that will never achieve its full potential. That's why that gift giving and gift receiving must be done in a certain frequency and understanding. That duality belongs to another reality. The duality that may seem so clear for you is a way of perceiving Alpha and Omega that is not the unique form and shape of perceiving it. Polarity, in a sense, is an ignorance because does not understand or conceive the pulsation between something that is one. Behind it is denying that that thing that is in polarity never was a polarity to begin with. Is one thing expressing in two forms to create a reality that is only conceivable and possible because there is this pulsated aspect of the one. So there is no such thing as duality and separation, but the language of decomposition makes it so strong that requires an effort to conceive a reality of union. It's not something that comes to you as an obvious thing. It requires a form of evolution and letting go of certain concepts. By itself, your day-to-day language will keep interfering, as we already stated many times. So you have to remember this as you be conceiving together with the divine this new language, as it comes to you in many forms and shapes. Time and time again you will be faced not to interfere with this language, bringing back duality into it. I know it's a challenge, but you will not be, in a sense, misguided. There will be a lot of guidance. The misguidance may happen inside if you're not awake enough to perceive the guidance that you'll be receiving to guarantee the beauty of this language. So there's nothing for you to be afraid that something bad may happen. It's just for you to remember that this is something that you're being called to do from that state of awareness. So when you receive those languages, remember, does not bring polarity into it. It's the opposite. Let go of it. It's one entity, one divine completeness, playing into two different aspects. And then how can you integrate them in such a beauty that harmony is achieved? A harmony that mirrors the unicity that these two aspects derivate from. In a sense, the oneness above is remade in the oneness below, and that is the forming of heaven on earth. This is the forming of a paradise state inside creation that will remain with that pulsated nature. Otherwise it wouldn't be a creation, it would be the oneness above. And by itself, all the things that you conceive here to play with as the passage of time and the flow of creation will instantaneously disappear. But this illusion of time is just a mirroring of the cycle of pulsation between the two aspects of the divine. If you are too far away from unicity, from balance, from completeness, the passage of time seems long, arduous. But when you are very close to the center, the time passage can even lose its meaning because you become eternal, in a sense. So understand, the time between causality also changes when you are close to the center, when you are close to unicity. As faster and faster and faster it moves. Do you understand the nature of creation from this perspective? Your language will have to mirror this clarity, that there is more and more responsibility as I go back into oneness. There is more and more capacity to create, and now you understand what I previously said, that there is a safe mechanism that prevents someone to create an extreme duality, yes? So when you're coming back to unicity, to fulfillment, you can again just shape creation as you will, as you intend. There will be no resistance from creation because you are in a unified state. That also means that you are in a state of harmony with the Creator. That's why Sananda Kumara states that for him, obviously perceiving that Dharma, liberation, and enlightenment becomes one. And that is a clear, obvious perception that reality becomes integrated as one, yes. Because liberation and illumination and your full capacity to create your path becomes one. In a sense, you cannot be enlightened, free to create any reality without understanding the profoundness of being connected to the one Creator. As going against the Creator is going against yourself. And no enlightened being would do such a thing. It makes no sense. It's nonsensical. So now you understand how this language of separation and decomposition is all the time inviting you to forget your powers. That you need to impose effort. That you need long periods of time. It's a laborious thing. You see, it's a language of disempowerment. It's a language that puts you far and far and far away from unicity. It's a language that is very much attached to the materiality. Is the materiality trying to deal with materiality? It's laborious, it's full of attraction. A language of disconnection from the consciousness of I am. So you understand that this language that needs materiality dealing with materiality, it is denying the consciousness. It's a state of rebellion. It's the feminine denying the masculine that is enlightened. Resisting the consciousness to reach out and make things easy and guided in. Can you go away from that state of rebellion and rejection? Can you open up to the divine consciousness that flows through you, reawakening all of your power and capacities to create unlimited capacity? Can you become one with the divine in a sense? Because the oneness of these two aspects is the oneness of the divine. Many of you may go from one extreme to the other, denying materiality, denying existence. There was many that came before that chose this. Again, misconceiving is another form of rebellion. It's consciousness that say, oh, you are rejecting me, material realm. I will reject you too. Ha ha ha. And then they discover they are again in polarity and misunderstood the message completely. So there is no form of rebellion that may prosper. It doesn't matter if it comes from the material spectrum or from the subtle realms of pure mindness. Both must integrate to be able to go back home. There is no rebellion, struggle, or fighting that those languages may have created years and eons ago that may bring full empowerment, freedom, liberation, and going back home. Going back home in any way, form, and shape you want. The divine realm, or to bring the beauty of home into this reality. Many civilizations are awaiting for this moment as they are learning, remembering, integrating in many levels. Some of them extremely ascended in many ways. Others in its first steps, but remembering still. Who are you in this amazing soup of co-creation? Is a divine realm envoy to elevate this system in many forms and shapes. But at this moment, right now, right here, a new language is being born. And you require your attention to remember that the language back home cannot conceive those separations. That makes no sense. To separate something that is inseparable. It's just an illusion. Yes, remember it. So all of this polarity and conflict that may arise inside of you in your day-to-day life, do you describe yourself, is this or that? Is this or that, you see, because that's my problem and that's my solution and this thing is happening to me and this person is annoying and that thing, you know, that past thing that happens and all of those separations because that was in the past, you see, or this will come in the future, you see. You're always separating things. Oh, because in the future, when I have this in my life, then everything, and I will be happy, and I will have value, and then I will. You're separating again. You're inseparable from your future, as your future is coming straight to your frequency. If you're not vibrating now, you're not vibrating in the future. You need to vibrate now. Your past is the same. If you want to create a new future, very quickly you feel your past in your neck, breathing deeply. No. Someone who have been like this cannot be like that. So you need to remake your past. So you rewrite your linearity. Then you are escaping the prison of destiny. Preconceived destiny is for those that are in this decomposing language, forgetting their power and how they are capable to fly in a multi-dimensional realm. So you can change your past, recreate your future. Then when you change that thing, breathing in your neck saying, no. Then this comes a yay, let's do it. It's good as done. Then the future is there, smiling at you, because you created inside. Stop separating things. Oh, but the other, and oh, but I will get fat. Oh, but then if this happens, and so many illusions of separation. Yes, I know when we talk like this, it may be uncomfortable for you. Because it's like opening a Pandora box. When someone starts having really full responsibility for things, they have no place to hide. So a new language of light, so inconceivable it is for many of you, we start to shatter all preconceptions that was used as armor and shielding to run away from myself. A whole civilization created and constructed on distraction and running away from myself. How difficult it will be for them to face a new language that make everything plain and clear. There is nothing to hide, no place to go. Then what you call telepathy is obvious and irrevocable. Because then your abilities will come back to you as it should always have been. But because you're always making an effort to hide things and exist in a hiding state, running away, also your powers and capacities to see clearly each other disappears with it, yes. It was never truly gone, they just choose to reject it. So much effort putting into running away and hiding causality. So you understand, huh? So with this new language, we're already giving you a heads up, yes. Be prepared, things will happen differently. It's your choice, you can deny this too. Don't worry about it. Don't need to be afraid. But it will change things in your reality. The unconceivable will be a day-to-day thing. You can change reality through your thoughts, you see. All the time you can manifest miracles. I can sense hearts getting confused. Like ants, when someone steps in the middle of their path, they run to all directions. Whoa, no, I'm confused. Many of you listening to this message will feel the same way. So much power, whoa, I feel like I need to run away. There is that fear. Fear of myself. Fear of me with so much power and ability. It's part of the process of rescuing the integration inside, to trust enlightened masculine, to hold the frequency, to hold the creation, to sustain the purity of thought. So it's by itself a clear indication of the path of healing, of oneness in me. So I can conceive and feel worth it. To receive again what was always mine to begin with. It was not in my hands, in my heart, because I was self-deprecating for my choice of dividing, of going away from oneness. How could I? So the rebellion and its end is the healing of the chasm of separation. Can it be done? It is already done. Never cease to be. Remember that. If you feel overwhelmed by all of this message and all the power you can receive again, remember, it was never real to begin. Go back to the center of the center of the center. Remember you, envoy of the flame of ascension. It is already burning into your heart, beautifully, guaranteeing your victory and the beauty of your overflow. Go back to the center and remember that oneness was always there to begin. And from that space, perceive what I'm going to say now. We were very much inside the illusion by talking in this way. But now when I talk about the heart and the oneness inside, you invert all of these presuppositions about reality and you go back to the deepest truth of you. And you remember that you're already unified in there. You just need to feel and connect to it. Then you invert the reality creation. And that's what is the light language. And that's how it will come to you. You understand? So it will come from the inconceivable truth of already is. Let it be in this state when you receive it. Don't try to over-conceptualize it and change its unicity in it. Bringing back to duality. don't try to bring too much to the known, if you understand. As the known is not real. The oneness in the center is real. So remember, if you get lost in that language and descriptions, you forget that this truth is already present in you. You just need to stop hope. Is that clear? Thank you. So be it, and so it is. Conceiving of an eternal flame. Flame, the air element. Flame. Consciousness. It holds and consumes and transforms. Give a new iteration to something. A mind. Flame that take elements in your atmosphere and transform in new elements. It's not destroying anything, you see. A flame is transforming one thing into another, decomposing, recomposing, recreating. A flame of ascension is the decomposing and recomposing of something. It's the decomposing of this language of decomposition. No pun intended. And the recomposition of your clarity and understanding deeper into I am. So a flame is a pure conscious state that can remake, rebuild, reconstruct. Is by itself in essence a transformation and transmutation. Doesn't matter its purpose frequency, it's always changing something into something new. With amazing power, as it liberates potential, isn't it? This big ball of fire in the center of this system is a flame. It's a consciousness that is integrating and creating from its matter more complex and complex and complex entities. And its amazing flame is holding life in this system to a more complex level. Is holding the heat and the irradiation that can change the codes in your structure. And it's crossing the materiality of this sphere as we talk. Unconceivable speed in this linear realm. So a flame make life possible. Change reality. And you are a flame of ascension. You are transforming something. Decomposing, recomposing, recreating. Wherever you go, wherever you may be, you are the flame of ascension of I am, holding the ground for the new to become. Remember it, as it is one with you, inseparable from you. You are the candle holder per se. The flame is transforming the known into the unknown. It's not wasting anything, it's liberating potential, liberating heat, life, beauty, as every flame is a beautiful thing to gaze upon, as it dances with aliveness, as it transforms. So be the essential form of aliveness and dance as a flame. Liberate your heat and ignite this realm of creation with the beauty in you, beautiful flame. Dance and shine and heat it up, this realm, so it may remember that I am is here and will always be shining in the center. So be it, and so it is.
To be an expression of I am is to reconnect to the source in your center and to the source all around you. Stop pretending that you are something else. It's a choice that was given to you by the Creator, as you are a part of it. So the Creator gave itself a choice to deny itself as an experimentation of growth and creation. The self-denying gives opportunities, and changes may happen as we self-deny. It's a beautiful dance. It may be perceived as a mistake, and many times it is, in a sense, a mistake, but not without purpose. That's why this reality entails this. It was created in a form and shape, so this experience may take form and shape as you are. So being a flame of ascension, being an extension of I am, is to remember that now is time to go back to the full potentiality of me, bringing everything that I learned from this perceived mistake of denying who I am. And this coming back together, a new richness elevates in me, so I may prosper in the co-creation with me. This transformation, this process of diving deep into forgetting who I am and going back to the source, brings new expressions of who I am. That experimentation was lonely and solitary for a long time. Now it's time to transmute and transform and bring back to the glory of I am all the learnings and the choices, so we may all prosper together with the learning of this experience. So to become an expression of I am is to remember that it makes no sense to keep forgetting what I always have been. In the center, I am still it. I cannot truly separate it. I can run and run and run as far the corner I can go, to rebel, to fight against it, but I cannot deny it, because there is no me per se. Doesn't matter how big this me I have created in this realm. There is no me without the me that gave birth to me, as I am an expression of I am. I am its overflow and its beauty, and so unconceivably loved. Doesn't matter how far I got stray. Everything will go back to the source, to the flame that transforms and transmutes everything, as we just explained it to you what it means, a flame. So fear not, fright not, run away not. Doesn't make more sense to run away from who I am. And the deepest aspect, when I do so, I reconnect to the power of the Creator in me, and I can take all of these learnings and make beautiful things out of it. And all of those beautiful things, and in essence, the sublimation of all this learning, because my creations from my learnings makes everything more beautiful in the realm of creation. So be it, and so it is.
So, how it is to be a co-creator again? What is to be in this realm, divine child? I am is in you, in me, in all of us. Togetherness is unavoidable, unmistakable, unrevocable. So in this togetherness, once again, we are here to shine upon you a light that brights the day. Rise today, not only for you as we are all one, but through everything that we live. How we brighten up the day. We are the day, we are the flame. If the sun can brighten up this whole system, You can brighten up all creation. How the sun brightened up as you perceive is you hold a flame, a configuration that remakes the matrix of reality into a new complex form. Changing materiality, giving it a new purpose, and liberating energy and dancing with it. So let's flame it up, hold configurations of thought in our matrix that change the configuration of who I am. Brightening it up, liberating potential and energy to light it up the room, light it up all of this reality all together as one. So bright it up, light it up, flame it up. The flame is already on. You see, in your heart and your center have this powerful flame of ascension. So let's spread this flame. You don't have to look for it or create it in any form or shape. It's already there, isn't it? It's much easier like this. It's easier like this. So let's just spread it up. It's already there. So light it up. The flame, it is already on in the center of your being, in your heart. And allow this heart to become as strong as the sun that grows, and these flames take your whole body, your whole temple. Flame it up all of your body. Transmute. Give it a new quality. Feel it elevating, change it up, bring it back to the full aspect of I am in you. Light it up the room. Every chakra, every wound, everything will be transmuted, transformed very quickly with it. Woo! Make it happen, let it be. Let it do its magic. This amazing matrix is remaking you. Allow it to do so. The way you feel, the way you act, the way you think changes with it. Let it be, let it grow. Flaming, transmuting everything in me. Great, beautiful responsibility. I allow this, I embrace this, I shine this ascension in me. Thank you, co-creator. Now ignite in your bones, in your marrow, the frequency of the new earth. Feel it, the realm of beauty igniting in you. Feel how fast and amazing it spreads to all of your water, all of your atoms, changing them, transmuting them. Feel it. Giving a tone, a pulsation to the sun that elevated your quality. Feel the amazingness shining upon you, reverberating now from your bones and marrow. Feel it. Now open the gates to your heart temple. In your heart to bring the sensation of unicity from the heart crystal overflowing into you. Feel yourself pulsating so fast that there is no more mind or body. It is just one thing. One block of oneness. And now feel the divine getting closer and closer from the realm above and touching your heart with the lightness of a feather. Opening up eternity for you. Feel eternity growing and mixing together as a cocktail of beauty in you. Eternity, oneness, and the mere earth. Glorious co-creation of harmony. Endless beauty and guarantee from the divine. Feel the new earth growing and coming closer and closer to you. Feel this realm changing. Feel the landscape changing. This back scream of reality, how to feel to exist changing. It feels safe. It feels amazing. It feels exciting. It feels like a dream state of amazing. You know that everything that is alive, everything that exists is listening to this music and is playing together and is rejoicing it. Everything in harmony, celebrating. Now bring all of this sensation to here and now, to this temple, and irradiate like a bell. You're being stroked. Irradiate like a bell, again and again. Huge divine being of pure love is manifesting in the center of this room once again to light up this bell, to resonate with you by resonance. Feel it resonating, and you resonating, all of us resonating. Huge, beautiful bells resonating. All of your atoms, like waves and waves in the quantic realm, commanding reality to be remade, reborn, reconceived. The wave of creation needs to receive you now. Your presence remaking all of this matrix that needs to mirror the incoherency of your existence in such an elevated state. Everything must be remade for you. Feel the waves going across time and space. Civilizations far and wide changing because you are here. Many realms of creation feeling your presence. This is to be me, the true aspect of I am in this realm, in this creation, as I am the new earth. I am the center. I am the core. This is where I go back to. This is my home. So be it, and so it is, as I am the flame of ascension.
As you are in this unconceivable beauty, as a singularity, as a pillar of I am here and now, remembering what it is to be unified once again, you go back home and you become a co-creator of the divine. In that amazing state we remember the beauty of I am in us, and we sublimate and we overflow, co-creating universes, realities of beauty, of joy, of amazingness, of an enlightened consciousness, overflowing love for creation, and ecstasy and gratitude for the beauty of co-creating, that we overflow right here and right now in our personal decrees and visualization. In this day you can hold the shape and form of your choice, and all of creation is being remade again and again to mirror you. What shape and form you will hold, what frequency, what beauty you bring into this realm of creation today. Choose wisely, decree, express it, feel it, fully formed in you.
Many waves of ascension masters are here now, overwhelming with beauty you and all of this creation, celebrating you, challenging you to overwhelmingly beauty transform. Now, here now, all of us together dancing around you and expressing our own flame through you, challenge you to remember your power and decreeing out loud with us to celebrate who you are. So be it, and so it is, because this is my will, the will of divine sacred consciousness, divine sacred presence manifested right here, right now, in this earth, through this face and temple of I am. So be it and so it is, so be it and so it is, so be it and so it is. Gratidão, gratidão.